the staggering impact of artificial intelligence, AI, which it could have on our daily lives. We've seen all the scare stories revealed in a new documentary from Sky News investigative reporter Jonathan Lea in Artificial Intelligence Investigated, which premieres on Tuesday on 8 p.m. on Sky News Australia. Jonathan tracks down global leaders in the creation of AI technology to discover what this is all about. And if it does mean we lose our freedoms, we lose control of our civilization, what exactly does it mean? Well, let's ask the man himself, Jonathan Lea. Jonathan, how are you? Great to see you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Hey, Jonathan, is that actually you, or is it an AI version of Jonathan Lea that we've got on our screens today?
I can reveal I'm actually... No, it certainly is me here on a Sunday morning. Look, what we managed to find... It's Tom Cruise. It's been an extraordinary 6 or 8 weeks of digging and investigating when it comes to artificial intelligence. We spent a lot of time in the United Kingdom talking with those behind artificial intelligence, those behind the Tom Cruise deepfakes, which certainly startled a lot of people during the COVID pandemic. We actually had a great sit-down chat with Jeffrey Archer, the novelist. I have to say it's perhaps the most enjoyable interview I've ever done in my life. We showed him ChatGPT and how it works. We actually came up with potentially his next novel, and we said, this is written in your style. What do you think about it? He wasn't terribly impressed with that prose, but once he saw what GPT was capable of doing, his head dropped onto his chest and he said, I'm glad I'm 83 and not 38. It certainly was a stark awakening for what AI is capable of, especially in the art sphere. Bear in mind, for a long time we've been told that, AI will enter workplaces, but as long as we manage to train ourselves and ensure that we look after the intelligent roles, that there will always be a place for us. Now we're starting to see that white-collar workers are being affected in the same way that we pushed out blue-collar workers for decades.
So what was the scariest thing, Jonathan, that you picked up? Without being a spoiler of the show, of course.
The age of humans being the most intelligent species on the planet is over. And stop and think about that for a while. We had a chat with Mo Gadat, who was the former boss of Google X. That's their moonshot team, the mob who, in effect, has led the way in the creation, or some of the creation, of artificial intelligence. He put it very, very starkly about how intelligent humans are, how intelligent AI is and will be. He made the point that ChatGPT currently has an IQ of 155. Einstein is 160. Soon it will have an IQ in the thousands, and there is some estimation that by the year 2045 that AI will have an IQ in the vicinity of billions of times that of us mere mortals. And what gets really concerning is you think, oh, well, AI might do this or it might do that. It's how AI will be used to manipulate us in our daily lives, and we perhaps might not know. It's when we sit down to engage with social networking, we don't realise that AI is being used to put information in front of us, or maybe avoid it, so we're not seeing it, or how it's shaping our language when we put questions into programs that, when you might look up Donald Trump, for instance, it might say that Donald Trump is on the far right of politics, or it might actually say that he's a moderate. Whether you look at Joe Biden, whether it might say that he's a left-wing lunatic, or it might say that he's a moderate, that those who have the power to control the algorithms will start to control society. It's what's called digital colonialisation. Whether we have a computer which bans breastfeeding because it thinks it's a pornographic image, or it actually accepts that it's a mother with a child doing something truly natural. We don't realise how AI will control us. We know our government is looking at it now and trying to come up with a digital framework for this. But our government is also very much aware that it is going to grow the pie of productivity, that we're talking about improving our GDP. So if it's going to improve how much money our nation makes, how stiff is that framework going to be? Because it doesn't want to crush what AI could potentially do. But at the same time, you're going to lose jobs. And that's
wow.